Identify natural counting numbers and whole numbers. The most basic numbers used in algebra are those we use to count objects. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, ... and so on. These are called the counting numbers. Now the notations ... is called an ellipsis, which is another way to show and so on, or that the pattern continues infinitely. Counting numbers are also called natural numbers. The definition of natural or counting numbers is the following. The counting numbers start with 1 and then continue. So for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. Now counting numbers and whole numbers can be visualized on a number line as shown below. So if you take a look here, the numbers on the number line increase from left to right and decrease from right to left. Now the point labeled 0 is called the origin. The points are equally spaced to the right of 0 and labeled with the counting numbers. When a number is paired with a point, it is called the coordinate of the point. Now, the discovery of the number 0 was a big step in history of mathematics. Including 0 with the counting numbers gives us a new set of numbers called the whole numbers. So the definition of whole numbers is the whole numbers are the counting numbers and 0. So we would list that as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. So let's take a look at an example down here. It says, which of the following are natural, the counting numbers, and which one are the whole numbers? So, if we take a look at the numbers that are given here, and the numbers that are given are 0, 1/4, 3, 5.2, 15, and 105. So what we want to do is we want to find the counting numbers. So when we take a look at the counting numbers, okay, which are the natural numbers for part A, okay, we know that if we look at the number 0, okay, it's not a natural number. 1/4 is not a natural number. But 3 is a natural number. 5.2 is not a natural number. 15 is a natural number. And 105 is a natural number. So we can see here that the natural counting numbers start at 1, so we cannot include 0 as the counting number. So again, as you can see here, 3, 15, and 105 are called the counting numbers. Okay, now we want to be able to find the whole numbers. Okay, so if we take a look at this list again, remember that the whole numbers start with the number 0. So we know that 0 is considered a whole number. Now 1/4 is not a whole number, but 3 is considered a whole number because it is a counting number and it includes 0. 5.2 is not a whole number, but 15 is and 105. So therefore we would say that whole numbers are counting numbers and 0. So the numbers 0, 3, 15, and 105 are called whole numbers. Now sometimes we will write this in terms of sets. So when we want to write the natural numbers, if we call them the natural numbers, then we would write that in a set. So we would use a brace, which is a left brace, and then we would include the number 3, and then 15, and then 105 to represent the set of natural numbers from that example. And the same thing here for the whole numbers. If we take a look at the whole numbers, okay, we would then say that this is a set, and that includes the numbers 0, 3, 15, and then 105. Okay, now what about the 1/4 and the 5.2? Well, the numbers 1/4, which is a fraction, and 5.2 is a decimal, are neither a natural, counting number, or whole number.